Hey guys, and welcome to episode 19 of the Entirely X Gaming Podcast. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Mike Spindler. Gamertag is XIMIK392IX. And with me is the big birthday boy, Ben Frampton. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. It's Big 3-0. I'm officially an old man.
Oh.
Gamertag is Nareem. I'll spell it out for you later.
Yeah. And you already heard the moan from the benevolent leader, Tyler Spindler.
Woohoo! What's up, guys? Gamertags XI, Tidal Wave, IX.
And this week we're going to start off with listener questions. We actually got something off of Twitter, some feedback, and a pretty good question. So we appreciate all of them. Keep them coming every week, and we'll put this segment first for all of you guys. So this week's question is from Alex, and he is at MiserlyPluto359 on Twitter.
Miserly, I think that's meant to be. But
Miserly,
okay, you know.
Yeah. Miserly.
Miserly.
I believe that's also his gamer tag.
Oh, look at that.
I
So
think.
there you go. Keeping it the same across all platforms.
Good job.
That might not actually be his Twitter handle. That might just be his gamer tag.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Whatever.
it's one of them.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, so he had a good question. He said, what is your proudest TA stat? So, Ben, what is yours?
I'm going to chip in before this and point out the shade that he threw at you, Mike, by saying that he was surprised that he'd managed to get more G's than you last year.
Oh, boy.
So, you know, what I hear right there is listener-host competition starting right there.
Yeah.
All right, Alex. I'll throw it down this year. Let's go.
ACO, Neo Geo people just heard their change, you know, trickling from Mike's wallet into their pockets.
Yep.
But yeah,
They're already in it.
but yeah, so my proudest TA stat. Now, I was tempted to go with games completed, but then I realized that the way I play these games doesn't really give me that many games completed just in just the number sense.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So I was looking around, and it's a stat that I have been working up slowly over the years, and that I have been trying to keep at a certain level. I call it the respectable level that I have to maintain.
Wow, you're throwing more shade at me, aren't you?
Well, you know, until you stop sucking, I'll keep throwing
All
shade.
of the shade.
But my proudest TA stat is my completion percentage for the achievements. So
Which is?
I'm at 72.3% as of today.
Woo!
Very nice. It's pretty
So
good.
yeah, this is my best way to measure my completionist skill level for what I've been doing, and my commitment level as well, because some of these games, they just ain't getting finished.
Right.
I know there's definitely at least one or two games in my list over the years that are actually impossible to finish now.
Yep.
Servers
I
have
got a
shut
pile
down
of those. Yep.
But yeah, I think that's mine. What about you, Mike?
It's pretty good. I just like every time I hit 100,000 G and, you see that next 300,000, 400,000. 400,000 is what I just hit, so I'm most proud of that one. But, recently, instead of just going for a lot of score, I've been focusing on completing the games, and I'm at 277. I'm trying to get to 300, so I think that's pretty good.
Progressing, getting ever closer.
Exactly. And Tay, what's your favorite?
Oh, mine's kind of sad, and I laugh about it, but I laugh about it because it's kind of true. So, and I'm not even joking about this, but on TA, I have 10 friends on TA, which is actually more than I have in real life. I'm not even upset about this. This is actually funny because it's just I literally have one friend in real life. So
what I get from this is everyone go follow Tyler on TA.
Yeah.
And Twitter.
Yeah.
And Twitter. Let's make him have a
And
social
Twitter.
media.
Do
friends.
it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think one of my proudest ones, besides the 10 friends thing, is my oldest streak, or my longest streak that I've had. I believe it was it's nothing great. I mean, I know Mike, you had a lot longer one, but this one was pretty good. It was 165 days.
It's pretty good. It's respectable.
And yeah, I had a total of 719 achievements in those days.
Yeah.
And
Not
then,
bad.
but that was also 3 years ago that I did that.
You gotta get back on that.
Yeah, so I am on a 3-day streak right now, so
Only 150 something more days to go.
so but yeah,
Yeah.
so probably my streak that I had, that's probably my proudest.
FYI, mine was 854 with over 3,000 achievements.
Yeah.
We will make the proviso here because it's worth making a note of that this was using games on the Windows Phone.
Yeah, so what? Counts, right?
So
Oh well.
yeah, well, you get achievements. I mean, you keep your streak alive, but
Exactly.
cheating
That's all
scumbag.
that matters.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, thank you for the question, Alex, and
Yeah.
keep them coming every week. Just add us on Twitter, and we'll keep putting them in this. I like this section.
Yeah,
it was a
I
good
like that.
question.
That was cool.
It was a good question.
And moving on to the topic, we're going to move into a little something extra here. And this week we're going to discuss what, Ben?
So, this came from another question we had on some social media stuff, and it reminded me of the fact that some games that we play have these moments that we end up talking about with our friends and reliving with the people that we enjoyed them with. And it's sort of amusing for me that a lot of these games that aren't exactly the best game ever written, they're not exactly the best graphics, the best gameplay or anything like that, but it's these moments that make them almost addictive for people. We get people drawn into games, and I think this is quite relevant at the moment because it's something I think is the main component for why PUBG and Fortnite are doing so well.
Right, because they have insane and intense moments that
Exactly.
you can record and then share with all of your friends or just in the party alone.
This is the thing. The recording thing is only relatively recent. I mean, you
Yeah.
had people recording things on World of Warcraft and stuff like that, but that was for like raid bosses and things like that. I don't
Leroy
think
Jenkins.
damn
Leroy.
straight Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, Leroy.
But that's the thing. That moment lived in gaming infamy. It's something that an entire group of people around the world know about and can quote.
Right, and it's even in other video games now. It's in
Exactly.
Hearthstone. He's
It
a
is.
card in Hearthstone
He is.
now.
Yeah. It's one of these things that I think you've got to look at, and then I put this topic in rather selfishly because I love reliving a few of these gaming moments myself. I'm sure you guys do too.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
all the time.
All the time.
But it was sort of linking towards how one of our listeners, I can't remember if this was Alex or another guy, was saying
Oh,
about
boy.
Rocket League.
I think that was Alex. It was
That
Alex.
was,
Yeah.
yeah. So that game was quite a small idea when it comes to it. It's, you drive your car around, you try and put the ball in the goal. But the epic moments of people running into their teammates' cars so that they could jump up, do a flip, and then knock the ball away from their own goal at the last second. And I've seen videos of those things. Made it an unreal experience for for lots of people. I think that's what made it such a popular game. So first off, we'll go through each of our, favorite gaming moments from the past. We'll walk joyously hand in hand down memory lane.
Skipping down.
Yeah, and we will discuss what might be the connecting factors between a lot of these, or what we think the connecting factors are as we get through them.
Yeah.
So, if you don't mind, seeing as I chose the topic and I'm desperate to talk about me some more,
It is your birthday weekend, so
Yeah,
I'll
so,
allow it.
it's got to be done. So,
Yeah.
I'll start off if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
So, the one that is top of my list that always gets talked about, you guys have probably heard this story like 3 or 4 times now. Every time I get bored, like half a year later, I tell the same thing over again. is when me and my brother were playing Battlefield 3.
Yes.
So, we were on one of the checkpoint maps, I think it is. It's basically Conquest.
Mhm.
One of the
Yep.
checkpoints is a tiny little, literally like a little border checkpoint. You know, the thing from the Great Escape
Yeah.
on the edge of this map, and there's a base that you can spawn at if you're one of the teams right near it. So what someone had done is been killed by my brother at that checkpoint, spawned back at their base that's right next to it, and come down the road in a tank.
Oh boy.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
This
Okay.
this was a time where yes, you could have tank killing weapons, but Jacob didn't have any with him at that time.
Mhm.
So
Right.
this tank starts blowing up the building he's in, and he's just sort of hiding in amongst the rubble, trying not to get killed.
Uh-huh.
And he's telling me this as we're going along. He's like, "This guy's got a tank. I've got nothing I can kill him with. He's gonna get me at some point. There's nothing I can do." I hear
Right.
this, and while I'm playing, I'm like, right. There's only one way I can really help. Either I can get close and try and blow him up with an anti-tank weapon. There's only like
Yep.
a couple of ways I can get that close quick enough. One of them being a jet, and the
Oh,
other
boy.
one is to try and give him air support with the jet. So I didn't know how good the air dominance was on that map, so I jumped in the jet, flew over, and as I'm coming in, I just sort of get this perfect moment where all of a sudden my crosshair just gets perfectly on the tank. I've got the right speed, and I pulled off the best strafing run I have ever done in a Battlefield jet. Like, no joke, this was when the cannon on the jet could destroy a tank if you got one burst of it, like, just perfectly.
Yep.
You know? Absolutely ruined this tank, and my brother was just like, it was like having air support called in, because I just, 1 minute there was a tank shooting at me, the other minute there was bullets hitting the ground, and then this tank was just gone.
Just gone
Nice.
forever.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
And-
There's a lot of moments like that in Battlefield, and that's why it is, to me, always better than Call of Duty. Bad Company
yeah.
2, I have so many memories of sniping, and I desperately wish I could go back in time and have that record that feature on the 360, because it would have been just incredible. I mean, even Battlefield 4, to a certain extent, when I played
Yeah.
it a bit, there were amazing sniping moments.
Yeah, there was other times as well, like, you know, the two towers, not the two tower, the massive tower block that you could destroy.
Yeah.
The Levolution one.
Yep.
There was a moment in that where, to stop the other team winning, we had to hold this sort of skytop bar thing for
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah, yeah. I know what you're
20
talking about.
seconds while some other teammates of ours were like gonna blow up the foundations. And it was one of those moments where everyone was dying around us. They'd claimed the checkpoint off us, but all I had to do was just keep it, you know, under control for that little bit extra. And then
Right.
as they got like right next to the point where they could claim that second, I think was it a blow? It was domination control objective, I think it was. As they were just about to clear us off the top of this building, the guys blew up the foundations and the building started to tip. And then you just saw like everyone who knew what that was just jumping out the windows and using their parachutes and like, oh god, it's going wrong. And one of the first times that happened to me, I remember just being in the top of that building and being like, I don't know what to do, what the hell's going on? And then I sort of see all these people jumping out with parachutes and I'm like, I wonder why they're doing that. And then all of a
I don't
sudden you
know.
feel the building just crushes you, crumbles around you. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, Battlefield is a really good series for these moments because it is so almost true to life with the way the war tactics work. You
Yeah.
can't just ignore people. You can't just charge in with a mega gun, run off a wall, and then instantly nuke 15 people, you know?
No, yeah. I'm so excited for Bad Company 3 this year.
Oh,
That-
me shivers.
Oh,
it
That's gonna
needs
be-
to be Bad Company 3.
we'll see.
But yeah, so I'll move on from the Battlefield series. So another
Yep.
one. We're going to go through... I got three ones. I've
Okay.
taken three different sort of examples for myself because I think there's a common theme.
Yeah.
So another one was, again, me and my brother, once we got to a certain level of skill, shall I say, on not Bad Company, help me out here, Call of Duty Black Ops,
There you
the
go.
first
Yes.
one. We got to a certain skill level where it wasn't really fair to use assault rifles versus other players on the hardcore modes. Because
Oh no.
we'd just be running around and they could not kill us. It was on, you know, that snow map that was like a Russian mountaintop base thing that had a big
Yeah.
sort of curved glass window in a computer room.
Yeah. I forgot the name of it though.
It was that map, and we were just absolutely dominant for a while on that game. Didn't matter who we came against. If it'd been just me, they would have been able to take us. But me and my brother were just untouchable for a while. And we got to the point where we were like, okay, using the normal guns isn't fair, so let's use pistols. So we basically started each working through all the pistols, getting to the gold gun skin, so finishing all the challenges with the pistols.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so no joke, I was 2 pistols away from finishing all of them.
Man.
Yeah, and that was
impressive.
that was so funny though, running around that map and basically we got to the point where we were like, right, we put the silencer on, we get the same thing, and then we sing the James Bond music to ourselves while we run round. Or the Mission Impossible music or something like that. That was so much fun. And my third example,
boy.
which goes even further back. So this was the World of Warcraft days.
Oh.
And this was... So there's a lot of things, like there was a point at which I solo tanked not Sephiroth. It solo tanked one of the bosses of Blackwing Lair, so we're talking original World of Warcraft. No. Sylvanas is way later.
Yeah, she.
But, yeah. I solo tanked Big Dragon boss in Blackwing Lair. It's the second boss of Blackwing Lair. And this was... Basically, I played rogue, so there wasn't really tanking done in those days by rogues. But it was a guild attempt at this boss. We'd been killed by him like 8 times because of the way that that fight goes. We were having so much trouble with it, and we were slowly losing tanks. We lost the first like 3, and then all of a sudden he killed another one, and the whole thing is that the boss, whichever way he's facing, he does like this breath attack thing.
Yeah.
That, you know, just does massive damage, and it's usually only tanks that can survive that. And I saw this tank go down, and I saw him turn towards the raid. Now at this point, I was like, right, shit, we're probably gonna die. But I was top of the aggro meter at this point because I was in a lot of tier 2 gear at that point. And he turns toward the raid, and I think, well, he's turned towards me, hasn't he? Because if the tanks are dead, I'm the next best target. So I think, right, screw it. And there's like 3 abilities that I had at the time that used to increase your evasion. So, no joke, I popped all of those at once and ran out so that he was facing away from the raid, and the raid managed to kill him before my evasion ran out. So it was like, you know, it was basically giving the raid 15 seconds until he killed everyone, and they managed to get him in that time.
That would have been Ragnaros, right?
No, Ragnaros was Molten Core. This was Blackwing Lair. So this, I'll find it some other time. No doubt people on Twitter will be like, "Is this dragon?" And I'll be like, "Yes, Veilstraz." It was Veilstraz in Blackwing Lair.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But the main one that I remember is from a PvP game that we were playing. It's Warsong Gulch. It's a capture the flag mode.
Okay.
So we'd been having a big extended fight with these guys. We'd fought for ages. We got to the point where one of my friends snuck in and managed to get out with their flag, and their whole team was running after him. And he just goes to me, "Ben, I need you to stop them. Just slow them down. And if you slow them down, I'll get it back and we'll win." And he says, sort of ran halfway across the map, saw me go the other way, and then all of a sudden, everything was quiet. No one was chasing him anymore. And what I'd done is I'd gone in, used a stun lock on one guy, used all my cooldowns and everything to put an extra stun lock on this other guy, and then I was slowing this other guy down with slowing attacks. So I'd managed to keep 3 of them stuck in the middle of the field. Like, they instantly turned around and murdered me. But the point was that my friend got through with the flag and we got the win. And it was just beautiful to have that moment where he's like, I was running, everything was bad, and then all of a sudden you went past, and then everything stopped. And I was like, great moments. I think, Tyler, let's go on to what you've got. Tell me your moments.
So, I can only think of two right off the top of my head right now. One of them was it's not anything serious, like, you know, I was playing multiplayer with someone and I saved her, but I was playing Crackdown 2. All right. And in it, I had a rocket launcher. So I shot a rocket launcher. I was probably firing a bit too close to myself, but you know what? I was like max level, so it didn't really matter. So after that happened, I caught myself on fire. So I was just like, oh, well, I'm on fire or whatever. It's not really doing anything to me. Well, the what's the word for him? Like the spectator or the announcer guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Whoever he's supposed to be, he just goes, "Agent, you're on fire, fire, fire," and I'm just like, "No, really?" Because I very clearly knew I was on fire. I had done it to myself, and just the way I said it, like I was just like, "No, really?" And I think it was my our younger brother Mike. He was with me, and he just started dying of laughter when I said that. Like, he was just like, "What?" It was just the funniest thing that had ever happened in Crackdown 2 for me. So I mean, there's a lot of other funny things that happen to me while I'm playing, you know, any game. I mean, it'll, like, you know, but that's one that I always jump to just because it was just like, I don't know, it's just the funniest thing that I've done.
It's stuck in your memory, hasn't it? It's stuck with you over the years, like, because it was so funny for you.
Like, it was just like, oh my god, why? There's only one other one that I have, which it was the only reason why I think of it is because this game was such a pain in the ass. All right. And I beat it. Like, I was on the last level. It was the last level I needed to complete, and it was so challenging. And it sounds weird, but it was in Skyline guarding the fence. All right.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh my god. That last level that you have to complete, it's just murder.
Yeah.
Like, if you go the wrong way, like for 2 steps or even 1 step, you're dead.
Yeah.
And
it's not a fun game. The controls are real bad.
So when I finally finished that game, I was
top of the world.
Oh my god. I was so happy I was done with that game. I was just like, I'm done.
Never again.
Like, that was my peak. I reached, like, I reached it. That was it. So,
right. The rest of Tyler's life is just downhill from there on.
Pretty much. So, I mean, and I've had other completions that, you know, like when I completed the game, it was like, yes,
that
I did
awe
it.
of accomplishment.
Yeah. You're just like, yeah, I am great. So those were my 2 that I could think of right off the top of my head. Skylings, because it was recent. Like, I mean, it was a couple months ago, actually. And Crackdown 2, it was just the funniest thing.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
And speaking of Crackdown, I don't know if you guys saw, they put Crackdown 1 on back compat, and it has Xbox One X enhancements.
Yes, I did see that.
Yep. Pretty cool.
I'm probably going to
So it brings back good memories. Crackdown 3 should be coming this year, I hope.
Oh, yeah, I think it's still this year.
Soon.
Yeah.
Soon. So, but Mike, what about you? What you got?
So for me, it's always been about the multiplayer moments with my friends. There's campaign moments, you know, beating single, like Halo 2 Legendary or Halo 3 Legendary with my friends.
Just a Halo game on Legendary.
Yeah.
There's just some epic moments where, you know, you're all running out of bullets and you have 5 elites left to take down. It's just good fun. I miss those days of split screen co-op, but I really don't, because I like having one screen to myself.
Split screen co-op.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Legendary. So Halo 2 for me was, I put in thousands of hours, like somewhere around 2,400 hours into Halo 2. That was just great moments, getting 25 kill streaks with no deaths. Just amazing stuff. And
that's always one of the best moments, isn't it? When you get just complete dominance in a match. Every time someone spawns, you're behind them with a sword or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Shotgun.
I just love Halo 2. It's one of the best from the original Xbox. And even in the Master Chief Collection, it's gotten so much better, and it looks amazing. Another one was definitely Bad Company 2, like I said before.
Yeah.
That game that's when I hit my, I'm really good at sniping in video games. So that's all I did. I would just snipe and give people cover from,
Bad
1,000
Company
meters
2
away.
Was an incredible game for sniping as well. It was just so much fun. But I remember in Bad Company 1 going on knife sprees on the up close maps, just running around being like, your tag is mine, and your tag is mine, and your tag is mine.
I mean, it was that and Gears of War 2. I played both of those kind of side by side, and we would just go in, 4 of us at a time in Bad Company 2. And this was, if you play Bad Company 1 or Battlefield 1 now, it is everyone is a sniper. Everyone's trying to do those far away shots. But Bad Company 2, not a lot of people sniped. It was all in your face, tank warfare, trying to move up. So only the skilled players sat back really far and pinged other players. And
the thing is, though,
if you
got to a certain skill level on Bad Company 2 as a sniper, it was just like you could counter snipe. It got to that point, and that's when it got really fun, because you had to figure out where people were trying to, like, what buildings people were going to go in and stuff like that. Where are they going to try and snipe me from, and where to move to once you've killed someone.
And for me, it was one of the first games that I ever really noticed the bullet drop and mastered it. That bullet drop was absolutely incredible.
That game was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. So all of those. And then more recently, Halo 5, the breakout mode specifically, where you have 1 life in the round, and if you die, you're out that round. And it's like 5 rounds? That it got so intense, just all of us just screaming, calling out people, moving in, shoulder rushing people. Just, again, multiplayer moments like that with friends. It was...
Yeah.
You move in there and you outplay someone. That sense is like...
Oh, yes.
It's like getting gamer score now for me.
Oh, yeah.
It's that level of dominance.
Yeah, exactly.
I did think of another one, Mike. And I feel like this was one that you and I share. Back, a couple of years ago. Me, you, and I forgot who else. We were trying to go pro in Halo, and we would sit there and we would go in 1v1s, and we would use the DMRs or whatever, and that's what we would do. We would just sit there and practice and practice and practice. Those times. We
signed up for tournaments and stuff. Those were
fun.
I had drawings of maps and everything, and we would run drills. It got intense.
It really did. It was
so fun.
That's another one of my memories that I love about video games. And I think it was, what was our final test? They had to beat you in a 1-on-1 with DMRs.
Yeah, to get on the team. Yeah, it was fun.
It really was.
It also raises the question, though. Sorry, Ben.
No, you go.
Does it have to be a multiplayer for it to be memorable for you? And for me, I don't think so.
No.
I very distinctly remember stuff from the Halo video games, just lines. I still walk around the house to this day just quoting Halo 2 lines, just randomly.
But this is the thing, right? I think for me, every single one of these moments that I remember vividly have been a multiplayer moment. I can't think of one that has, where I've gone, that campaign bit that everyone else has done. Well, I definitely want to tell you about this thing, It's one of those. For me, it has to be a unique experience, or else I won't bother telling people about it. Unless, of course, it is just me breaking a game and sitting there for 3/4 of an hour at the beginning of Skyrim.
For me, it's single player stuff. Just all the lines from Halo 2 of Cortana going back and forth with Chief. What if we miss? I won't. Like, just incredible things that I just still to this day give me chills when I think about that first time that I witnessed it.
Yeah.
Do you talk about it with your friends, though? Do you talk about that quote?
I mean,
obviously outside of right now, because this is proper meta talk now.
Yeah. I'll just randomly, and I'll text a friend that quote, or I'll just post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, I just use it. I just love it. Halo is one of my favorite games. So, for me, those will be number one.
I think mine's a bit of both. Like, I like having those multiplayer experiences with people. Like, I mean, when we were doing the Halo thing, Mike. But I think mostly it's going to be the single player stuff. Like, I mean, Crackdown 1, I was playing by myself when that happened. Or Crackdown 2, sorry. I was playing by myself when that happened, and it's one thing that sticks in my mind. But, I mean, it was like some other single player games like Halo. They just they make me want to just play them again. Like the other day I was sitting there and found a random video on YouTube, and I sat there and it was playing a couple of clips from Halo 2, the remastered one, and I was just like,
this is incredible.
I am probably going to be going back through and playing Halo.
This spring I will be. Master Chief Collection's getting an update.
Yeah, like I'm going to go through, play all of them. Like, and it's mostly because I actually want to show Christy the Halo story, because it's just like, it's such a good story, and it's just like, oh yes. Plus they're good games, so and I'm missing achievements.
Now that is the cardinal sin right there. That's when it becomes a real problem.
Yes.
Oh, it's a big problem, but video games are fun. They create good moments for us.
Nah.
No, really.
Even more recently, playing Fortnite with friends and my brothers. It has been so much fun. There was one. I'll post a clip of it on Instagram actually, because I saved it. It was us three. We spent the entire match in a soccer stadium where there's a soccer ball and a scoreboard. The four of us just played 2-on-2 soccer the entire match, and the circle kept getting smaller and smaller on us until it was on the soccer field. We were in the last two teams. It was us, and we were inside, and they started building all around us. And then we killed two of them up top and pushed one out to the back corner. And my brother reses me up. I get up on top, crossbow, one-shot headshot, kill him, and we won.
So
I was screaming.
Was this our little segue into what we've been playing?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna have to be, isn't it?
Yeah, but yes, I saw that video, Mike. I'm pretty sure you came downstairs after it happened and you showed it to me.
I was screaming.
Oh, it was dirty. It was dirty. Definitely
incredible.
post that. So,
but again, so if you guys have any cool gaming moments or videos that you had, tweet us. Benny, what's the Twitter?
It's at entirely_X, and you're probably gonna have to DM if they're in like these big messages, because I want to read the full stories. I want to sit there for hours on end, with my pipe and all, proper jacketed coat and my slippers on my huge armchair with my log fire in front of me, and then with my cognac in my hand while I peruse your stories of win.
I didn't know where you were going with that, and I was not expecting that.
Oh, Jesus.
You all got the picture in your mind there. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Tweet us some good stories, and maybe we'll talk about them next week. But until then, let's move on to what we've been playing. Benny, I think you've had something really interesting this week.
I've been sat here for a while. Every time me and you guys have talked about our easiest completions, and it goes basically 2 games at the top easiest. It goes Avatar: The Burning Land from the previous generation, and then what is it, guys? What's your easiest completion after that?
Energy
Cycle.
Yes. Yep. Now, every time they've said that, I've been like, oh, Energy Cycle. That sounds like a cool racing game to get some easy G's on. I'll go find that.
Nope. That is not what that is.
No, I found that out. But what happened recently is I went on the store and I was looking at games and I was like, wait a minute.
As you do.
Yeah, well, I just sit there and cruise along the games sometimes, and I saw something. I was like, that says Energy Cycle. Isn't that the game that they were talking about?
Yes.
So I went on it,
Yep.
clicked on it, went on TA, and I was like, holy crap, that is the game. It is available in the EU. You can
Yep.
get that game.
Woo!
So no doubt,
It has been a year. It's
Yes.
been almost over a year since that game came out
Yeah.
in America,
Mhm.
in North America.
And now finally it was there for me. So I bought that game. It's like £3. I mean, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Smashed through all the achievements and instantly took a picture of the Gamerscore leaderboard and sent it to Mike because as happens usually at the beginning of a month, Mike forgets that I do this. And
Yeah.
then it was it's the 2nd of March. So
Yes.
2 days into the month and I'm 1,100 and something G's up on the leaderboard. I'm number 1 and Mike's like number 4. And I know that hurts him. I know it cuts him
It
deep.
does.
It keeps me up at night.
Yeah. You're still 200 behind, I checked earlier.
Yeah. I'll be there. Don't worry.
Well, as I said, I might have something for you in that regard.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
You know what it
Teasing.
is.
I know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
But yeah, so Energy Cycle, done and dusted, a very easy 1,000, like incredibly easy. There is no challenge to that game
No.
whatsoever.
Yep.
I smashed through that very quickly, and then I've fallen into the pit for The Sims 4.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
God. How many children are gone this week?
Oh no.
Right, there's no more lost children. They're adults now. They can take care of themselves.
Okay.
Or so you would think. Now, there's a thing in The Sims 4 where if you set them to doing a task that's like a skill gain task or something like that, they genuinely won't stop doing that task until they either pass out from needing sleep or like get to the point where they refuse to do it because they're so hungry.
Oh my god.
So let's put this into perspective. So they won't. Not only will they not stop doing it until they get to those negative emotion states, they also won't go to work when they're supposed to. They will keep like doing whatever tasks that you set them. So you've got to be really careful to watch that they don't. You know, let's say if I've sent to someone, if I've sent one of my Sims to bed to go sleep,
Uh-huh.
if he hasn't finished sleeping up to full restedness yet, he will not go to work. He will not wake up and go to work.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's
That's something you got to keep an eye on. But other than that, I've been getting the skills up. I now have a level 10 fisherman, which is
Ooh.
obviously the greatest achievement that any sim can get to.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I've completed a couple of the careers now, so I'm working on a couple more.
Nice.
It's all coming together in the Sims household right now. We're starting to get things going. I'm still trying to save up because there's that achievement for having 1,000,000 simoleons.
Oh god.
I'm at about 250,000 now,
Oh Jesus.
ish. Yeah. So I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to buy the biggest, most ridiculous house that there is. I can't remember if I said whether I was going to try and marry off my guy to the rich girl sim that's in the neighborhood, who's got like the biggest
Yeah.
house in the neighborhood. I was like,
There you go.
that seems like the plan, really. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's been fun, but that game keeps drawing me in, and it takes quite a long time to get these achievements. I keep getting sucked in. It keeps like pulling me back in, and I'm just like, well, I don't have to concentrate on this much, so we'll play.
Right.
But yeah. And then obviously, as Mike teased, we've been playing a
Tease it.
bit of Fortnite.
Yeah, we have.
Only a little bit so far. I've been drawn back in, and I killed 2 people, which I'm very proud of.
Good job.
And
Pretty
then
good.
and then instantly got fucked up by some more people.
Well,
but-
yeah. That's how it
But
goes.
it was really funny. Mike has a tendency to not stay still when I'm trying to revive him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Now-
the point of being revived?
Well,
Well-
in most games, this isn't a problem because the revive stays on them while they move around a little bit. In Fortnite,
Yeah.
not the case. If they move just a little bit too far, the whole thing resets.
Oh god.
It takes 10 seconds to revive someone, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've been playing a bit. I'm sure Mike will talk some more about Fortnite. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
I will pass it on to Tyler because screw you, Mike.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Ben.
All right. So this week, I played, you guys can probably guess, Fallout 4.
Oh yeah.
I am officially done with the original 1,000 of the game.
Wait.
Thank you. And that was what was with the quote in the beginning, the benevolent leader thing.
Yep.
That was my last achievement that I had to get. That's getting a large settlement up to 100%.
Oh, that achievement. You did the Red Rocket one, yeah?
I did the Red Rocket one. So let me tell you what happened. I have a story for this.
Oh boy.
Right? I was at 96 happiness. All right. I needed 4 more, which was probably going to take like another day or so of in-game playing.
Yeah.
All right. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to go there and drop off some extra food just in case they've run out. All right. They didn't run out, but still. I got there. And what do you think happened as soon as I got there?
A bear attacked you.
Gunners.
Oh.
So I'm sitting there. I'm just like, why is the happiness going down? It was at 96 when I got here. Now it's at 92. There was just a horde of gunners outside. And I'm just like, oh no, they're going to fuck this achievement up for me.
Mini nuke.
Sure enough, they went through. They destroyed the turret. Somehow managed to destroy the water pump. I don't quite understand how they destroyed the water pump, but they did. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm not even going to waste any big things on them. So I took out my 10 millimeter pistol that I have, and I just shot them all. And
there you go.
I was just like, there. Now you're dead. See what happens? So
you're fucking with me. You're fucking with your best.
So then I went on. I started working on some DLC achievements. I was just like, okay, you know, it'll go back up and I'll get it when I get it. So I went back up to Far Harbor, started doing some stuff there. And then I was just like, okay, cool. Then I went down, and unfortunately, I didn't get to stream the Mechanist Silver Shroud episode.
No.
I know. Don't worry, Benny. I'm gonna make amends for that. In my current playthrough that I'm on, I sided with the railroad, and that's the ending I'm on. My Silver Shroud costume disappeared.
What?
I don't know where it went. I had it in a chest, or I had it in my inventory. I don't know where it went. So that is why I did not stream the Mechanist. I ended up just going through and beating that DLC. It was pretty easy. I mean, I think I see where the Silver Shroud lines would come in, because it was pretty fun. There was a lot of robots. So once I did the last achievement for that DLC, I popped the Benevolent Leader one, which means my settlement went up to 100.
Boom.
And I was just like, boom, awesome. So
so you are now further ahead in that game in terms of achievements than I am.
Yes, I am. So now I have Far Harbor left to do, and then I have to. This part's gonna suck for Nuka World, because I have to go back about 30 levels to one of my saves before I wiped them all out to get the achievements, because you have to side with the raiders to get the achievements for Nuka World. So I have to drop about 30 levels and do it over.
If it's the last bit though, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not going to be too bad. So and then one other thing that I was doing in Fallout 4. This will be my last thing. I started playing with some of the mods.
Oh, nice.
Invalidating saves.
Yeah. Well, actually, what we did, we made a whole new character. We named her Sweets, I believe. I was a little disappointed in the mods, honestly.
Now, the free ones, right? There are paid ones.
Yeah, there are paid ones. The free ones that I've gotten. I've gotten a couple of them that increased the graphics for the weather. So, like, when rad storms would blow through, like, it would just be a rad thunderstorm. And
totally rad, dude.
Yeah.
Totally rad, man.
So, that was one of them that I added, and just a couple of other ones like enhanced graphics for the world. Unfortunately, I noticed with the enhanced graphics of the world, it kind of layered graphics on top of the base game. Not
They just put the textures over the texture.
Yes,
Yeah.
but not in the correct places. All right.
Yeah.
So we're walking along. There's a quarry that's like kind of near Sanctuary. I believe it. I forgot the name of it. But there's
Is
just
that
like
the big quarry?
Yeah, the one that was flooded.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were walking along that. There's big white stones that you're walking on. We're walking, and we fell through. We fell through one of the stones.
Yeah.
We're like, what happened? And I look, I see the world. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. And we walked out a little bit, and I was like, oh, it's not actually part of the game. It's just a layer. So there was a point where, your person was standing on the actual ground, and then halfway up, there was a cut, and it was the layer of the mod. And I'm just like, they couldn't have figured out a way to layer that a little bit better, but, whatever.
It was free.
So it was free. So, whatever. But yeah, so I guess I'll look through some more mods and see if I can find ones that I like. But, and then the only other thing that I did was I was missing a couple achievements in Little Nightmares. So I went through, I think there were a total of 250G, I think.
Not bad.
So, something like that. But that's what I did. And then
Very nice.
I also did pick up Sims 4 when it was on sale.
Ooh,
nice.
you're gonna join me. You're gonna join
yes,
me in
I
the
will
wasting
join
your
you.
life watching someone else play video games.
Yes, I will enjoy this game once I am done with Fallout 4. But I did pick it up for like 20. I think it was on sale for $25.
Yeah.
So,
Nice. That's a good price for that game.
Oh yeah. So I was just like, okay, cool, we're good.
You hear that, Mike? You hear what that is? That's Tyler almost finishing a challenge.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm about 75% done with it. The DLC is gonna take a little longer because I gotta redo one of the things, but yeah, that's what I've been playing. So
nice.
Mike.
Well, speaking of
what you got?
challenges, I'll start off with this.
Oh boy.
Last week, the Dragon Age Inquisition, which is my challenge, was Game of the Year edition, was on sale for $10. Now, I already own the game, but the DLC individually were on sale for $13 a piece, and there were like 3 DLC chunks. So
Yeah.
I bought the Game of the Year edition. So that is currently sitting on my hard drive and waiting for me. What I am working on before that is South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
South Park, yeah.
You said
Yeah.
butthole.
Go on, Mike. Do the quote.
Now-
Do the quote. Do the quote.
What quote?
You know which quote.
I'm back.
All the way through the game. All the way through.
Kyle's cousin. It's one of my favorite bits. So I actually completed the game. Now, I could have done this all in one playthrough, but I just wanted a game that I could sit back and, enjoy and play because the token experience achievement for playing as a black character
Oh my god.
makes the combat a little bit harder.
Yeah.
So I played through. I got all the collectibles, all the miscellaneous achievements. One of them did glitch on me, which is weird because it's supposed to be story related, where you get these time fart abilities where you can move forward 10 seconds, pause time, move day and night, and then summon yourself in combat.
Yeah.
There's 4, right?
Did you get all 4?
I got all 4, and my achievement tracker says 75%.
Have you used all 4
Yes. You have to.
in combat?
Yep. Yeah. So that kind of sucks, but I saved the token experience. I started that. I'm about a quarter way through the game. It took me, my timer on the game was 15 hours to beat my first playthrough.
Oh.
And get all but 2 achievements.
Okay.
So, smashed it. I love that game. It was very funny. I like it a lot more than The Stick of Truth, which I hear a lot of people don't think, but I liked the writing. I liked the story. Cartman's such a jerk. It's so funny.
He
I
gets that
highly
game.
recommend
That
it.
game actually, contrary to what most games do, gets more funny as it goes on.
As it goes on, definitely.
Like most of the time when you're playing games, the story peters off and gets a bit lame towards the end. That one, honestly, the story just gets better and better and better until the right at the very end.
Right at the end, it gets so good. A couple pro tips for fighting Morgan Freeman. That's an achievement. Do not attempt to do it until you beat the game.
Yeah, well,
You
I did
won't-
it just
you won't
before
be
I
able
beat
to.
the game, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty much be top level or be a very
Mm-hmm.
high level and have all your shit set up the right way. There are guides on TA. You do not want to try and
there's
take
some
him on
ones.
otherwise.
No,
You said Morgan
can't.
Freeman?
Yep.
Oh, God.
He's in a store called Freeman's Tacos, and he gives you your time fart abilities. It's
Oh,
so
my
good.
God.
It's such a good game, and I would highly recommend picking it up and playing it.
I might have to check, actually, if that is actually Morgan Freeman doing that voicing.
I love voicing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
That would
interesting.
be
I don't know.
hilarious.
Otherwise, it's pretty good.
Oh.
It's a pretty good Morgan Freeman voice. And then the other thing for the token experience, if you just want to do this in one playthrough, you can pretty easily. I didn't want to play as a healer, which is why I didn't do it. Because if you're doing the token experience, your guy is going to be the healer. He's going to have to bring people up, revive them, and he's not really going to do damage. That's the biggest tip that I can say for it.
Okay.
And think about each move that you do instead of just smashing through it like you can on normal one. Also,
Yeah.
you have to play on Mastermind. By default, it sets it to Diabolical, which is way harder. So you can go into the settings when you get up to the 6th graders and then turn it down to Mastermind, and you'll still get the achievement.
Oh.
Yeah. Just be careful when you're talking to PC Principal, because he has the option to change your skin color, which will void the achievement.
Oh. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yep. I don't know.
That's a little
So
weird.
just be careful when you're talking to him. You know,
Okay.
Don't say stuff. And then that was South Park. I'll finish it up. I got 2 achievements. That'll be 1,000.
Good.
Then still just chipping away at Need for Speed. I just casually put that on now and just hit a couple jumps, do a couple drifts. Fun stuff. That game's gonna take a minute to complete with all the collectibles and stuff.
Yeah, it's just sneakily hidden collectibles. And
Yeah, so I'm just chipping away when I have time here and there. Not really doing 8-hour sessions on that. And then, real quietly, Super Lucky's Tale. I talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
It entered the Xbox Game Pass this week. So it is free if you have the Game Pass. And it also, while it did that, came out with a new DLC.
Bum, bum,
Adding
bum.
500 gamer score for just $5, which
Oh,
isn't
so
bad. Yeah, that's what I said. Until one of the achievements is to collect 99,000 coins.
Yep.
Me beating the game, I had 15,000 coins.
Oh.
So there's
That's- That's,
lovely grinding that I'm gonna have to be doing coming up. I got, I think, 3 or 4 achievements left. That's one of them. It's a pretty good DLC, and man, that game looks really good with the Xbox One enhancement as well. It looks Pixar-esque. It's really fun. It is good.
Yeah.
So check that out if you have Game Pass, and if you don't have Game Pass, that's another easy 1,500 gamer score, really.
apart from that
So-
one game,
Yeah.
achievement,
Yeah, one
that's going to
achievement.
be a
Yeah.
massive pain in the ass.
I think it takes about 2 hours.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, and it's
No.
100 gamer score, so it's not like 10 points or anything.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah. Well, and then I also this weekend they did a what did they call it?
Closed beta.
A closed beta test for Sea of Thieves. I forget what they actually called it. I can't
keep
remember.
going.
Anyway,
It's a
so I did
Capacity
Sea of
testing,
Thieves.
stress test, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically. That game, holy crap! That was the first time I played it. We're gonna have some good fun. I did
boy.
put the stream up on YouTube, so you can go over and check that out. I had a good friend join me, and we set sail on our little dinghy, and I put us in quite a hard spot, and we paid for it.
Nice job.
Yeah, but so go check that out. That's about at the hour marker is when things turn
Okay.
south. So go check it out.
It was
Actually,
a skill test.
Scale
Sure.
test. That's what
That's
it was.
what it
yeah.
was. Sorry.
We did have Michael Used. He stopped in my stream. He's been day one listener.
Yep.
Jumped in right as it started turning to shit. His first comment was, "I joined the stream at the right time." It was really good.
That's
So
hilarious.
go check that out. Yeah.
So that is my first of the challenge, isn't it? That's
Yep.
the
It
one
is,
that
yep.
I get to get the whole 1,000 on. Is the achievement list up yet?
It is not.
No,
We got
not yet.
16 days until it's out, though.
Soon.
So close.
I'm so excited. Yeah. After playing it last night, holy crap, that game is gorgeous. There's so many moments where the sun was setting and we're just chilling next to this waterfall on an island, and it just looked beautiful. I loved it.
And that's
The
not even
only thing-
released yet. That's
Yeah,
not
it's not
final
even released.
build.
Yep.
Well, it is
And,
final build, but it's not the full, day one
Yep.
update.
Yeah, and there is a lot of stuff in there, and you can tell there's going to be even more stuff. You saw what you could get a sense of what was closed off and only for, this scale
Yeah.
test. A lot of customization from
boy.
what I saw, and that's probably just scratching the surface. At least I
boy.
hope so, because oh man, that was fun. Yeah,
As-
but go check it out.
As is standard for me, I refuse to touch that game until it comes out because I'll ruin it for
Yep.
myself.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what it was all about, and everyone
Yep.
said that this build was pretty stable, so I hopped on just to get a sense of it. And oh yeah, that's probably gonna be my game of the year, unless Halo or Gears comes out.
I doubt that, but
Exactly. So, yeah, I'll be doing another part 2 of that stream, hopefully this week or next weekend. So keep your eye out for that. And then,
do.
you guys, I got a serious problem with this next game. It's Fortnite. I cannot stop, and I sucked Ben into it.
He's out of control.
It's some of the most competitive, some of the most fun I've had playing a competitive game in a long time, probably since Halo 5, I would say.
Oh.
Yeah, it is so addicting, and the frame rate and everything is just getting better as they keep tweaking guns and adding more guns. They were supposed to add jetpacks this week, but that got delayed. Like a jetpack that you can find and then just launch yourself up in the air.
All right, so not everyone gets one.
No. These are going to be...
Okay, that makes
At least from what
it more
I get the
sensible, I
sense
think.
is- Yeah, it's like finding the bush in a chest. Where
Excuse me?
you put on... Yeah, you can
My
find
Mike's
a
all
bush.
about finding that bush.
Oh my. That's
It's actually very, very hard to spot the difference between a real bush and a player with one on them. So if someone's just sitting at the top of a hill, you have no idea until you're dead.
Oh my.
And that it's so fun, and I'm glad that Benny finally hopped on it, and we'll probably be doing some videos in that one because
Okay. I'll have
Just
to.
why not?
crap.
I'll have to jump on too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
you
we're
will. Wait,
getting
actually-
the crew going.
Actually, I do have it installed, so
Look at that. Yeah,
It's like
Maybe-
fate.
maybe this week then.
definitely this week. But no, that's pretty much what I've been playing. I just cannot stop Fortnite. It's so good. Honestly, this week alone, I put in about 20 to 30 hours into that.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yep.
That's,
Along with about another 15 or probably about 18 to 19 hours on Stick of Truth.
Jesus.
The
Oh
yeah,
boy.
it's Fortnite. I
How's
love
it?
it.
How's it feel playing like proper games for a change?
Feels pretty good actually. This week I actually had some really good games. And
Yeah.
I got just shy of 1,000 gamer score this week from playing just normal stuff, which is pretty good. I
bad.
really want them to add achievements to Fortnite. I really do. I think it would be so fun if it's like search 100 chests in you know, tilted tower. Just it would be so chaotic. It would be so intense. I think it would take it to the next level.
We will have to wait and see.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully. So that's all I've been playing. Let's. I think the only thing out this week was those back compat games. They released 4 of them.
Yep.
Crackdown. Hold on. Witcher 2.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Forza Horizon 1 and Fable Anniversary.
So I saw the
Oh.
Witcher 2 thing, and I went and had a look at that game, and the best part about that is that going and looking at the game dashboard for that game tells you all you need to know about the gamers who play it. So I went onto it, I scrolled down, you know the game clips?
Yes.
So the 4 game clips that came up were all nude scenes from the female characters in that game.
Of course they were.
So
Now-
I was like, okay, boobs. What's the next one? Oh, boobs, and oh, look, some more boobs.
Well, yeah, boobs are great.
Well, now the only caveat I would say with The Witcher 2 is if you've played The Witcher 3, it's probably going to be really hard to go back and play it because it's more RPG based, so you can't heal while you're in combat. You have to heal before you go into combat. It plays a little different. So if you haven't played The Witcher and you're interested in it, I would recommend jumping into The Witcher 2 and then step up to The Witcher 3 and just be absolutely
Also,
blown away.
There's massive story spoilers in Witcher 3 for Witcher 2.
Yeah,
Massive
so I would start there
boy.
if you
story
haven't.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Yep. That just from what I've seen. So definitely, take a look at that. As far as Fable Anniversary, I do want to talk to this. Because when that game came out, there were a couple glitches that could happen where your save wouldn't finish saving all the way. And I believe 2 or 3 of the silver keys would just bug out. And if they bugged out, you had to redo the game. I don't think those were
that's not
fixed
nice.
in this update. So it got enhanced. Maybe it helps it out a little bit. I'm not too sure. But I would definitely take a look, see if that got fixed before you jump into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also out this week was that I mentioned last week, Turok 1 and Turok 2 remake.
Oh,
Those
yes.
came out. Yep.
Don't-
Or not
oh.
remake. I guess a remake.
Yeah, remake.
They're on the Xbox One. They have 1,000. It has a hefty price tag though.
Oh, what's it?
They're $20 a piece.
Ooh, they didn't do a bundle?
Yeah. No, it's pretty bad.
Oh, that's
Too much. That's
That's-
too
It's
much.
too
yeah.
much. It's
Wait for-
$40.
definitely wait for a bundle for that.
Yeah, I was
Let's
wait
just
for
wait
it,
for them to make it
definitely.
cheaper in some deal.
Or that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's,
Also games with gold this month. We missed it last week because they came out right after we recorded. You can grab Trials of the Blood Dragon right now and Disney's Pixar Brave, the video game.
boy.
Brave is a very easy 1,000,
Yes,
and
it
it's
is.
not that bad.
It's really not. I
Yeah.
think I know I have 1,000 in it, but it was one of the Disney games that I actually didn't mind playing.
I did not mind playing it at all.
Um,
So definitely
So
grab it. It's free.
I should probably see that film before I play that game.
No, I would play the game and then see the film.
Yeah.
You don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, I don't actually think I've actually seen it, but I've played it.
I have. Yep. It's pretty good. And then at the end of the month, so the 16th, so 4 days before Sea of Thieves comes out,
Oh boy.
we got a really good game, Super Hot. That is a $20
Oh.
game that you'll get for free, which is a first-person shooter.
Yes.
When you move, everything else in the room moves. So
Yes.
it's kind of puzzle-based. Yeah, I'm so excited for that. And then we have Quantum Conundrum, which I don't think I have. So
Is
That's
that
The
pretty
one
good.
game
Schrodinger's
in the
cat?
entire Xbox library that Mike does not yet own.
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So and I didn't own Trials of the Blood Dragon. So I got 3 games this month that I
Good month for
didn't
Mike.
own. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pretty good month.
not
Not
you
even
know what they
for me,
should
for
do? You
everyone
know what
else.
they should do in the next 2 months? They should put all the Fallout DLC for free. They
Yeah,
should do
right.
that. That would be amazing.
And also, just real quick, the Insider program, if you are in that,
I am.
they did a really cool update to My Games and Apps where everything you get from Games with Gold that is ready to install shows up under Games with Gold.
Nice. That is
So
good.
it's in a separate section. It's really cool.
I'll
like
tell
that
you what
little-
else I
just a
saw in
little
the
touch.
updates. Did you see
What's
this? That you can now choose a setting while streaming to let people who are viewing your stream take control of your stream, take control of your game in Mixer.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
So-
absolutely nuts.
I can see so many amazing options for that.
Yeah.
I can already see just incredible ideas popping up in front of me. If we get the right viewers going, we can get some fun things happening.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That could be good fun. Yeah, Mixer is really good. That's what I've been streaming on. That's I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm working on getting a capture card. Actually, Alex recommended me one from earlier. So thank you, Alex. That will be on order.
Woohoo.
So
Pro
instead of
tips.
720p, I
tips.
think Mixer is, it'll be 1080 or 4K.
Oh,
I have to
there we
double
go.
check.
I think he
Yeah.
said 1080.
Yeah, 1080, but not
Yeah.
4K yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But still, that's
it's better than 720.
it is.
Yup.
So that's it for episode 19 of the podcast. We'll now go get slapped about on Fortnite for the next 5 hours, or we'll do the slapping. I don't know. We'll see how
A
Ben
bit of
and
both.
Tyler do. And don't forget to check out those streams. Those
Yes.
they help out a lot. That Sea of Thieves one is pretty good, and it's been doing really well on YouTube so far. So
Oh, good.
thank you guys for the support, and just keep watching them. And Benny, what is our Twitter?
The Twitter is @entirely_x.
And Tyler, Instagram.
Entirely _x_gaming_podcast. And you all know the reason.
And yep, no spaces.
No spaces.
And Facebook is facebook.com/entirelyxgaming. And YouTube, we still need more subs and views
Yes.
so we can get a custom URL going.
Do
But
it.
if you go to youtube.com and type in entirelyx, we'll
Boom.
pop right up. We're right there. Also, Benny, we did fix that Google Play error.
Oh, yes.
We did.
There was
Yes.
there was a spacing error and a tagging error. So it is
Yes.
now fixed, and you can now search us on
Okay.
Google Play.
Boom.
Actually, I did look. We have moved up slots when you type in our name now.
Oh.
Is
Yeah,
that
we're
is that
creeping up.
because we're actually findable now?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Does help, you know.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
it helps.
So make sure you subscribe to anything, whatever you use: Podcast Addict, Stitcher, iTunes,
iTunes.
Google Play, all of it.
All of that.
Yep. And that's it for me this week. And question: which bear is best?
And all I got is identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
Michael!
Kind of flubbed that.